But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba, Biasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika Abiyama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these neo-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Are defending him. Fulani people are defending him. But you idiots from the south, from the east, you are talking rubbish about your one Nigeria. Whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe that's your one Nigeria, whereas a terrorist, a killer, a murderer is in government as a minister. His own people are the people defending him. But you are in the south attacking those who are fighting for your freedom. And you're telling me that your brains are normal. Maybe there's something in Suya, maybe in Kilishi, and in that cattle that they give to us to eat. There must be something fundamentally wrong with us as a people. Fundamentally wrong with us as a people. And we must confront it, and confront it we shall. These people lecturing us about no secession, you're destroying the country. You people, you Fulani idiots, you Fulani bigots, you Fulani impostors, you Fulani vagabonds are the same people that welcomed the rehabilitation of terrorists. You granted bandits, killers, murderers, and kidnappers amnesty. I want Obia not to listen. I want Tripas to listen. I want Tripas, this idiot, Sarikin Fulani of Imo State, Hope Usadema to listen very, very carefully. You people are fools because you cannot listen very well. The same people you're fighting for, killing your own people because of them, they are the ones rehabilitating, so they claim, putting the army that we have today. Somebody might come and say, you have given the order that the police and the army should be attacked. All those idiots. Some of you fools who cannot reason, we are not attacking any police. We are attacking the terrorists that they brought into the police and into the army. They are the ones killing our people. We must defend ourselves. You fools cannot reason very well. We are not fighting any standing or legally, properly constituted army or police. These are the same Fulani terrorists, murderers and killers. The same people that went in, in Damatru or wherever it is, killing and slaughtering Christians in droves. You fools that cannot reason. The same Boko Haram that has been killing, the same Fulani terrorists have been killing people. They are the ones now in the army. Did you not see them? Recruit them into the army? You're telling me we shouldn't fight them? These are terrorists in police uniform and army uniform. You're saying we should not fight them? Is that what you're saying? Are you that foolish? Are you that stupid? This same Fulani pontificating about peace and unity and anti-secession or whatever garbage that they are pouring out of their useless, stinking Janjaweed mouths. These same idiots, these same fools are the ones that rehabilitated Boko Haram. So they claim. These fools are the ones that granted amnesty to bandits. Now, let me surprise all of you. Surprise, surprise. Those that are giving amnesty to are Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits, Fulani kidnappers, Fulani headsmen who are murderers and land-grabbing urchins. These are the people that are giving amnesty to. You people should reason. You zoo animals called Nigerians, reason for once. Ndiara. The hypocrisy in Fulani, their hypocrisy is astonishing. Hypocrites. Fulani, who is responsible for the state of almost anarchy in the zoo, who is responsible for the hopelessness of the security framework of the zoo, Fulani, who is responsible for insecurity, Fulani, who are the bandits, Fulani, who are the terrorists in the zoo, Fulani, which people are going about slaughtering and taking over other people's farmlands. It is you. You people are the problem. Unfortunately, some idiots from the south cannot see it. You wanted to show us that you know how to write grammar, writing rubbish about one Nigeria. You are defending something that is indefensible. Indefensible. Indefensible, you fools. Some smelly rats, some smelly garbage, gutter, alamajiri, gutter. The lowest of the low. If it's one of those of their fools talking, I will even understand. From the gutter. Not contributed one single thing to the advancement of the zoo. Not one single contribution has the Fulani ever made. Tell me one national contribution that the Fulani has ever made to the advancement of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Just name one thing, absolutely nothing. They want power. Power and control of oil and gas. That's all they need. That's all they want. So they can run your lives for you and control your destiny. And you're not ashamed of yourself to claim that you're educated.
Because what I am saying on Abumanyamini, our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwa Biama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama Biko, since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say, we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my country. I want to carry arms to defend the honor and integrity of my country. I want to avenge the death of 6 million people. I want Biafra to stand as a beacon of hope, freedom, and liberty in black world. I want Biafra to stand as a testament to the glory of heaven upon the face of this very earth. I want Biafra to stand because my obligation to the dead outweigh that which I owe to the living. That is why Biafra will stand, and Biafra will come. 100 men, that's all. And we march. The rest can come later on. I no longer give a damn. The disgrace and the insult is too much. We must go and meet our enemies even if we have only machete and hoes. It is far more better for us to go and meet them and die with a semblance of dignity than with this very humiliation which we encounter every blessed day.
ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gụọ ubi ga arụ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ka ha gaa n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo kwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwekwasị gbata anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọgụgụ nwa memilere Goliat Chineke nna nke igwe wee memile Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akpọkpọ ikuni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ gụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị gwa anọkpa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chineke abịa ma
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. I welcome you this morning. To our program here in this platform, IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media, aka IPOB Media TV. You are welcome in the name of Chukwu Kebema Primihenine. Welcome you, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom. I even welcome both the enemies of Biafra because here we are open. I welcome you. As I welcome you, welcome others. Share the program in all the platforms that you belong. Share the program in all the WhatsApp groups, in all the social media groups that you belong, because the message we are preaching must sink in. Because in this platform, we are here to discharge the truth at all times. So I want you to share, like, and comment. Do not always join us without first sharing our program. We are reaching you live this morning from Western Cape, Cape Town to be exact. And as you know, here we are only speaking nothing but the truth, without fear, without favor, without taking much of your time this morning. This is IPOB Western Cape South African Media, aka Western Cape Media TV. Here we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome once again to IPOB Western Cape South Africa Media, aka IPOB Western Cape Media TV, saying it the way it is. Yes, here we speak the truth, irrespective of the cost we pay for speaking the truth. And know that here we have no permanent friends and we have no permanent enemies. Here we do not thrive on propaganda, on saga, on things that are irrelevant to our struggle. Here, we're here to expose all the enemies working underground to undermine the work we are doing. We're also here to propagate and to expand the awareness for the restoration of our sovereign nation, Biafra. So if this is your first time joining us, I welcome you. I encourage you to share our program and make sure that you discharge the truth we are speaking here to all the platforms that you belong. Very, very important. Before I continue, I bring you greetings, fellow Biafrans, from my coordinator, Mazina Sentalia, Western Cape Zone representative. I also bring you greetings from all the 9 coordinators we have here in IPOB Western Cape Zone. And finally, I bring you greetings from all the executives of IPOB Western Cape Zone, all in South Africa. So I thank you for joining me this morning. I have something for you. You know, as it is not always our style coming this early to broadcast. So, but in this struggle, there is no time stable for anything. As a freedom fighters, we are always ready, anytime, to do that which is needful. Before I continue, my name is Mazen Buchi. I am the host, and by the grace of Chukwu Okabema Premihenina, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator. And I say to you, good morning from this side, good afternoon, good evening, good night. To some of you, depends where you are viewing me from this early morning. Well, you know, in this struggle, in this platform, we don't make it a duty to talk about individuals. But that does not mean that when something that what's looking into happened, we should not talk about it. It is part of this platform to keep exposing the agents of Nigeria in our struggle. And you know, no matter how long you hide your head, no matter how long you miss yourself in the midst of Chukwu Okabema's children, no matter how long you wear that which belongs to the sheep, but you are a wolf, one day, events must expose you. And it shall keep exposing you until you are finally dealt with completely. I know that some people in this struggle, their brain is so damaged that they refuse to see or hear or even smell the obvious. They follow for the following sake, they attack for attacking sake, they oppose for opposing sake. They do not do anything of their own. So, this morning, I come to you with a very, very troubling event. And it will surprise you or worries you when you even expand your thinking more, further, you will begin to understand or begin to see that things has actually gone very, very, very wrong in this struggle. IPOB has lost its taste. And like they will say, if a salt loses its taste, what use is it for? It breaks my heart and brings tears to my eyes when I see once viable, strong, focused, articulative IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When I see it today in the shadow of itself, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hands of the enemies. Everything that he worked for, the standard that he set, the sacrifice that he paid and continue to pay to this man are nothing. And I do not understand why in the first place will you engage or associate yourself with a project that you are not interested in? What shall it profit you that you destroy the effort of a fellow man for a personal, selfish gains? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nurtured IPOB for these past 24 years with his blood, with the blood of his parents, both parents, with the blood of the gallant men who vowed or who volunteered to defend this struggle. The same struggle today you have brought to a point of caricature. It is quite devilish. And I don't think that any one of you, all of you involved in this, none of you will go scot-free when the time comes. There is always time for everything. There is time to recompense. And that time is fast approaching as long as Biafran struggle is concerned, because we are almost at the conclusion end. And all of you who have stalled for this struggle, all of you who came into this struggle with all your heart and continue to remain so, the reward is coming. Do not be discouraged with the events of today. Remain resolute. Stand strong. Focused. Fix your eyes on the goal. Let us do this. For they that is against us, they are fewer than those that is with us. It is discouraging. It is heartbroken, heart-rendering. It is so frustrating that today man has come to destroy the effort of our leader. And those in the helm of affairs of our IPOB today give a massive backing, support, and also involve in this destructive road that they are channeling or they have channeled this struggle. I want you to be courageous, as always, knowing fully well that our leader, who is today in the hands of the enemies, will come out to be proud of you. Do not be on the side of the evil and devilish men who only have one agenda: to destroy IPOB. As long as we are here, we are going to continue to push, to encourage, to equip our people with the truth, exposing all the evil that the enemies of this struggle and the enemies of Biafra are up to. We are not going to allow them to have a minute of rest. Maka na nwa sị na nne ya agaghị ehi ụra, ụra agaghị aga ya n'anya. You accepted the offer to destroy IPOB. You accepted the offer to be a stumbling stone. And you think you are going to have it easy. Never. You are not going to have it easy. Because there are men that are gatekeepers, that are watchmen, people like us who are here to fight you off. And we are doing it. And we are doing it wonderfully well. It is heartbroken that the so-called DOS, the cabals, those men on Radio Biafra, it is quite unfortunate what they are doing to this struggle. And it is quite unfortunate that some of IPOB who has followed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, listened to him being tutored by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, refuse to. Today they refuse to see and understand that this man does not mean well for this struggle. You cannot be sweet and bitter at the same time. You cannot be cold and warm at the same time. It's either you are cold or you are warm. Either you are sweet or you are bitter. You must define your stand. So, why am I saying all these things this morning? Why am I in this lamentation mood this morning? Well, I am here because I do not understand why some people, after all the evidences at hand, after the enemies came open to tell you we are no more part of this struggle, after the actions of the enemies pointed out that they are no more part of this struggle, some of us still sheepishly following them, and by so doing dividing the family even the more. Why? Why have you refused to think? Why have you refused to use your brain? For whom brain is given, sense is required. Yes, the only thing that makes you different from animals as a human is the ability to reason, to use your brain. Some animals also uses their brain, but as a human being, your own level is and should be above that of the animal. But immediately you lost that. Immediately you lost that ability to reason as a human. Now you started reasoning as an animal. You have lost the right to be called and referred as a human being. What makes you an IPOB member and a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your ability to be articulative, your ability to reason, the ability to think faster, because your leader is a bunch of brain. Your leader has tried everything. Remember those days. Our leader would say, this is the University of Radio Biafra. This is University of Radio Biafra, because this is where we learn. We're here to learn. After listening to our leader, today, there's no traces of the teachings of our leader in you. That means something is wrong with you. You have a deformation in your brain. Your brain does not work properly, because after listening to our leader, who is smart, articulative, wise, who is so much equipped with everything that has to do with wisdom. Our leader, apart from being a human, he was almost perfect doing this job. And he thought that in this process of trying to be perfect in doing what he was doing, that he was raising people who would stand in his gap when he's not there. Hence, he said, if anything happens to me today, Biafra will come faster than you think. Do you think our leader knew that he had nobody and he made such statement? Do you think so? No. Our leader thought that as he was doing all the works, all the jobs, trying to elevate our level of reasoning, he thought that people were following. He thought that the seed were germinating in us. He thought that he was raising an army, even when part of him keeps telling him that all is not well. But as a human that he is, he keeps believing. But he understood that part of him is not at home. Let me say something. I have a video I'll be playing this morning, and I want you to follow me calmly. I want us to listen to this video. And in this video, everything was revealed. It's a short clip of about 15 minutes. Everything was revealed in that short video. Both the job of DOS and those men that were recruited by them to do the damage, the job of the devil, were revealed. Show me your friends, and I will tell you who you are. You don't need to tell me the manner of the type of lifestyles that you live. All you have to do, point your friend for me and leave the rest. And I will come back to you to tell you who you are. Because birds of the same feathers flock together. They flock together. That is why when you see pigeons, because they are the same feathers, they flock together. They walk together, they stay together, they fly together, and other things. Same applies to eagles and other birds. That's why they say that birds of the same feathers flocks together. So when you say that you are fighting for this struggle, but your friends, the statements, and everything that has to do with you is Nigeria. You said you are fighting for a separate nation, for a Biafran to separate or to be separated from Nigeria, but you have a political agenda in the Zoological Republic. You said you are fighting for a nation, but you still believe that you have future in Nigeria. You say you are fighting for Biafra, but you see your future in Nigeria. You do not see your future in Biafra that you purportedly fighting for. Rather, your future lies in Nigeria. And while you are vomiting all these things, in that program or in that live program, you are vomiting all these things. There are those so-called IPOB, with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's pictures in their what is it called? In their Facebook. They have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's picture in it. Now, you have saying all these things, how you have future, and you don't want anybody in the name of the struggle to destroy your future ambition in Nigeria as a politician. You want to be in the future, you want to play a part in Nigerian politics, that you do not want anything that will tarnish or that will stop you from achieving that which you already have in mind. While you are saying all these things in a live program, there are people who has, like I said, who we meant to understand that they have brain, who's supposed to reason. They were there praising you, calling you Odogun, Dike, special one, strong man. These are supposedly Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's followers. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not believe that he has a future in Nigeria. He does not believe that there is anything that is left for him an IPO and Biafrans in Nigerian as a country. But you, his followers, who's supposed to have the same belief with Mazen Kanu, is coming out telling the gullible, telling the brain damaged ones who are ardent listeners of your shit, rubbishes, and lower. In fact, when you brought this this struggle to the lowest part of it, to your stupidity, and people who still identify themselves as Biafrans, at least through their pictures or through what they say, we can be able to say they are, but we know that they are not. Whether they are Fulanese or Yorubas, we don't know. But as long as they have Mazen Kanu's pictures in their profile and they speak the language of Biafra, we believe that they are part of us. We don't know for real if they are all fake profiles or something like that. But we are not going to go towards the direction now to ascertain who they really are. According to what they presented, they are Biafrans, because whatever you said we call you, we must call you to avoid missing things. We're not mixing things. We are putting it the way it is. So if you ask us to call you anything, we must not hesitate to do that. So those people who manifest themselves in your programs made us to understand that they are Biafrans, and we are putting them in that standard, in that level, that they are all Biafrans. But the fact is that while you are making caricature of the struggle, while you are telling them that they are stupid, going extra miles in trying to get what they believe in, when you are telling them that you are stupid believing in Biafra or having faith, hope in Biafra, when you are busy telling them that it is useless for them to do what they are doing, while you are doing all these things, they failed to grasp it. They failed to understand that you are actually talking down on them, that you are actually making caricature of whatever they are doing. When they fail to know this, grasp it, and question your stance, it makes them lesser humans. It places them on the same level with animals. So I have tried to lay a background so that when I start to play the video, you will have patience enough to listen. Everything I just said were all in that video. That is why I wanted to put it in the screen, but you know, he so much protected his page that you cannot download anything from his page. But we are Biafrans. When we need something, we need it. When we go about it and we get it. So when I try to download it, to put it in the system so we can be on the screen, I tried everything, I couldn't. So I decided to play it through my cell phone. And I will try my best to show you the pictures. You already know the voice. When you hear the voice, you know who is speaking, know who is talking. And all I want you to do is to focus on the informations that he was busy dishing out for you and for us. Now, I'm going to, where is it? I'm going to do that now. Let me get the video. Let me get a video. A minute. Just give me 1 sec. Yeah. Now listen. Listen and listen very, very attentively.
Also to remind my followers that I'm still here. Those of you who are worried about my whereabouts, you don't need to be worried. All you need to do is to pray for me so that in everything I do, or wherever I am, I will be safe. Wonderful people. I will want you to join me to say good morning to the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, and the Kano, and also to the leadership of IPOB.
Did you hear? When you hear, this is the format they used to mess with the brains of the gullible IPOB, because you can hear him by saying good morning to the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, When you hear that, if you are not equipped enough, you would think that indeed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is his leader. Yes. And some of those people who refuses to use their senses keep falling for this all the time. The real leader, his leader, is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now listen to hear the Atwa, his real leaders. He will mention them right now.
Those are very wise. Wonderful people of Biafra, I welcome each and every one of you to this special broadcast. And I also welcome our friends and well wishers all over the world. Now, there is something that prompts the very broadcast. And I'm going to say it right quick. I knew by the end of the day some people would be offended. But the most important thing is to speak the truth at all times. It doesn't matter how upset people may be. It doesn't matter how people will take it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is to say the truth. Now, the truth is this. Few people, just tiny number of people that you believe you used to know them as IPOB member, not IPOB member per se. IPOB media world, they are no longer with us. The reason their name are not being announced is known to the leadership. I don't know, and I will not tell the leadership of IPOB what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. But the fact is this.
Before I continue playing this for you, because I've been interjecting. Now, listen. When you know this guy, Chibuze Guatu, you can take everything away from him, but do not take away the fact that he's always saying the truth. And what I do not know, or if it is intentional or by mistake, because if you follow him, he is always indicting this man called DOS. He always indicts them. He always reveals secrets about them and their agenda. So when you hear what he's saying now, when he talks about those people who are no more with them, he is right. He is saying the truth. If you remember some times ago, last year, he came on live video and he made a very he said that he's no more gonna be working with IPOB, that he's no more interested in the struggle for the restoration of Biafra, that he is stepping down. And now, when he made this announcement, the whole IPOB platform were agog with his program and that statement. And when those cabals in DOS saw him or listened or saw the program, they went on a mission to bring him back. And they succeeded because they needed him. They needed his propaganda because he's a master of propaganda. This guy is a propaganda machine. He is a specialist. You can never hear anything that is the way it is in his mouth. But like I said, you cannot take away the fact that he is being used to speak the truth, whether intentional or unintentional. So when he made that announcement, the so-called DOS, they went and persuaded him to change his mind, knowing fully well that they need him. And they don't need him because he's doing anything to effect positivity in Biafran agitation, but they need him to promote and advance their images, and they need him to continue to deceive the Biafrans. They wanted him to be around so that their mission, because maybe he did not understand that most of them, all of them, were in the same camp. He thought that those men are still fighting for Biafra. But because of that announcement he made, they told him that we also are no more interested in this struggle, but we must keep deceiving them. We must keep making them to believe. So there are men who are those so-called media warriors who thought that somehow these men were still fighting for the restoration of Biafra. They were doing everything, defending the DOS, defending all the monkeys and baboons who parade themselves as media warriors and all that stuff. So when I think, peradventure, maybe they noticed that these men were no more fighting for Biafra. So those so-called media warriors started distancing themselves from the DOS, people like Paul Achebe, who is a chameleon, because Paul Achebe was one of those whom it was revealed to that these men, the so-called DOS, are no more in the struggle, that they are working against IPOB, against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was one of those in the early stage. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap and extraordinary mission to Nigeria, the Paul Achebe were one of those men, just like Ejiro, them, just like, name them. They were part of those men who understood that, oh, these guys were not with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but at the long run, I don't know, something happened. They fell under pressure. Remember that Paul Achebe was once expelled. So same Ejiro and all of them, they were recalled because they stepped back and started to work as an agent for DOS, who recalls them back after expulsion. So now lastly, these men finally came back to their senses to know that, oh, these men were not wrong in the first place. They were not fighting for the struggle. So they started to distance themselves. So when this Guatu came on to say that these men were not with them, he is right. These men stopped being with them. They stopped being with them. They stopped working with them. So he is quite right. So I don't want you to see it from any other angle that they are no more fighting for Biafra or something. No. They are fighting for Biafra in their own understanding, their own way. But they are no more in the same camp with DOS and Chibuze Guatu. That is what he's saying. So let us continue listening to.
A whole lot of people, you used to know them. You call them media warriors. You call them, they are no longer with us. They are not even IPOB member. They are now doing their own thing, and because they want to make money on their own. And it's not a bad thing, only that my anger, I don't even want to speak on this very topic. But do you know why I decided to do? They are deliberately, provoking people. They will mix IPOB with what they do. Then you will think, oh, they are with us. They are not with us. They are doing their, in fact, they are called. Let me put it this way. They are called, to join, to do what we're supposed to be doing. And they refuse. So what they now do online, because their name are not being, announced, their name are not being called out. They are not, the leader, I don't know, like I said before, the reason their name have not been mentioned or being called on Radio Biafra is where it is the reason known to the leadership. I'm not the one. If it's me, I will come out to say, man, there is nothing any of them can do about it. You people know how I do my things. I can mention their name, but I don't want to be faster than my shadow. I don't want to be faster than the leadership. I don't want to tell the leadership what to do. But the thing is, let me remind you, as one of the most powerful IPOB media warrior, a whole lot of people, you used to know them. They used to be with us. They used to do great job. They used to do amazing things. They have decided to go the other way. And reason being that they believe that they are rich people who are doing different things and making a living with what they do. So they think they can, do things on their own, which is very, very encouraging. It's not much, you will do what we are doing. But please, stop provoking people and stop, confusing people. Do your own thing. Stay in your own reign. Keep whatever you're doing, whatever you want to do it. That's you. But don't confuse people. Don't come out as IPOB. I am IPOB powerful media warrior. One of the best IPOB media warrior. In fact, one of the best IPOB have ever produced. That's just a fact. But when you say it this way, some people will get angry. But it's just a fact. You can't do anything.
No, we are not angry. You are right. You are one of the best propaganda machine of DOS. But the problem you are having or you're making is calling yourself IPOB, one of the IPOB media. No, you are no more, and they are not. You have never been. You are one of the most powerful, effective propaganda machine of DOS. Chike Doziam, Chinas Anworu, Tony Zurumike, Isaiah Babanyim. These are the men that you are talking about. You are their powerful propaganda machine. Because when it comes to IPOB, I don't know why you should mention your name as part of IPOB media warrior when you know you are not. You are not. And it is very, very shameful, and it is very, very heartbreaking when you see yourself as one of the best or the most powerful IPOB. That means IPOB is nothing. If you are what IPOB has as a media, then IPOB is playing. They are playing. They are playing seriously, because you don't have brain. You are so daft. You are so dumb. You are so confused. You are so fake. You fake your accent. So why must someone take you serious? Can't take someone who is fake serious. So Chibuze to you are not IPOB media warrior, and that it's an insult for you to see yourself as one. Not talk of seeing yourself as a most powerful IPOB media warriors. So that is but as being powerful, you are very, very powerful propaganda machine in the hands of Chike Doziem, China Samoro, and other cabals. That is who you are, and you are doing the job perfectly for them, and that makes you a powerful tool in their hands. That is all. That is all. When it comes to fighting for the restoration of Biafra, when it comes to exposing the Zoological Republic, when it comes to putting things straight, saying the truth at all times, when it comes to steering the struggle towards the right direction, you are not part of us. You can never be part of us. I know we have IPOB Nigeria, and it would be better if you said IPOB Nigeria. Yes, I can start to believe it. But when you say IPOB, that means you are talking about the IPOB that I am part of. You're talking about the IPOB that Mazino Sentialia, my coordinator, is part of. And that is why I'm going to tell you that it's a lie. You are not. You are rather IPOB Nigeria. That would have been better. That would have been better. So do not confuse things. Separate them, put them in their places. So we could know who is what you are talking about or who you are referring to. But at this juncture, you are not right. Making yourself or calling yourself or seeing yourself as IPOB most powerful media personnel. You are right. You are wrong. And I will tell you that.
About it. Go around, ask IPOB members, ask OPOB and stuff, they will tell you that Ikenga is one of the most powerful media warrior IPOB, and consistency is my motto. Consistency is my motto. We never deviate. We never abandon the leadership. We never abandon the job. That's who we are. That's why
now listen, like I said, when he said Mazinam the Kano, his leader, I told you no. His leaders are those men, Chike Doziem, China Samworu, Tonin Zurumike, Austin Abanyim, and Isaiah. But these are his leaders. He just said it here. Defending the leadership. Defending the DOS. In this platform, his confession, he didn't say defending the Biafran cause. He made it plain to you that he is here to defend these cabals. He mentioned their names. He didn't mention the name of Mazinam Dekano. He didn't mention IPOB, and he didn't mention Biafra. He only mentioned the cabals, DOS, and his leadership. And when he talks about being consistency, I don't know if he understands the real and the full definition of somebody being consistent. Consistency is when you look at Mazinam Dekano, That is what is called consistency. Someone being consistency. When you go to Mazi Mekano's program in 2012 until he's kidnapped, he never changes his mouth, his voice, his thoughts. Everything he said in 2012, he continues to say it until 2021. That is consistency. Consistency is not saying things today, coming out tomorrow to apologize and showing remorse for what you said. That means you are not consistent. So this man, Chibuzo Egwuatu, he uses words that he do not understand the meaning of the words he used. That's why it is shameful for him and for IPOB, the real IPOB, the flow of Mazi Mekano, to hear or to listen or to be in the midst or in a program where he will be placing himself at the forefront, calling himself the most powerful IPOB media warrior. Someone who does not know the placement of words. Someone who does not know how to use words. He uses words randomly. He could not explain or define the words that he used. He said he is consistent. And in the process of this video, we are going to see how consistent he has been. Listen.
You come online, it's like, oh, all the leadership of IPOB love Ikenga. Oh, they don't talk of Ikenga. It's because of my consistency. That's just the fact. It's nothing else. It's because of they know who is who. It's not as if I don't have some, ups and downs here and there, some errors here and there. Until I do my decisions at times, and never you think I'm a perfect human being. But even in my mistakes, the leadership you know, it's not that your mistakes they are looking at. The most important thing is who you are and your capability to deliver. So, never you think they treat me, they give me VIP treatment. It's because they knew who I am. So, in the Bible, if any oh man don't know man, mbembo habubu media war. Apata anabwa media war. Kita no habos media war. So if I go online now with to provoke you, how about I hear without one story that is meaningless? People who cannot even put themselves in order, they are trying to put things in order. They can't even put, if they wear tie, they can't tie it nicely. They can't arrange their teeth to be okay. They can't do some certain things. They can't even, if you want to do things like you want to keep it the way it is, you first put yourself in order. Y'all question me on your channel, get out of my saying, maybe in the right way. You start with yourself. That's how to do it. You will be looking tattered and frustrated, and you will say you want to put, what can you put in order? You will put yourself in order before you start putting things in order.
Now listen. He told you that he receives VIP treatment from DOS. Yes. He is doing the job of the DOS. He is protecting, defending the image of the DOS. Why won't they give him a VIP treatment? Why? Can Mazi Mekano give anybody VIP treatment? The answer is no. To Mazen Kanu, we are all freedom fighters. We are all IPOB. That is why he said in IPOB code of conduct. Let me get it. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it in the IPOB code of conduct and read it out. Where is it? Just give me a sec. I have to get it. Because when you talk about IPOB code of conduct and those, okay. When you talk about IPOB code of conduct and those who are destroying IPOB, you might not understand the roles that the DOS are playing in this struggle. You don't know. It is only those who have it here who will understand the roles that those so-called DOS are playing in this struggle. Now, in IPOB code of conduct, IPOB code of conduct. So let me come again and see this section. In subsections B, general rules, IPOB code of conduct, subsection B, general rules, paragraph 13, paragraph 13. If you have your IPOB code of conduct, you go and look at it. Paragraph 13 said, no groupings or sectionalism of whatsoever form or name is allowed inside IPOB. We are the indigenous people of Biafra. No sectionalism, no grouping, no VIP treatment, no VIP personnels. All we are called and we are is IPOB. So when the DOS begins to have sections of people who are being treated as VIP, just like Tuesday Watt just made us to understand now that he is a VIP personnel. And when you see that the DOS treat him in that category, you are jealous, when you don't know that he is. The only reason is because he is a very powerful media warrior defending the image of the DOS. Moving further, you know, who is a freedom fighter? A freedom fighter is one who is being oppressed, and because of that oppression, he decided to fight for his freedom. Does a freedom fighter has anything to do with fashion and looking good so that he can impress his fellow comrades? The answer is no. A freedom fighter does not have time for fashion. That is why Mazen Kanu still wears ordinary t-shirt with Biafra and IPOB written in it. In fact, in the nearest future, I will only broadcast in this platform with IP attire, full IPOB and Biafra regalia. The way I have this cap is the way I will have a shirt that I will be using all the time. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be depending how many I want. But it must be anything that has to do with Biafra. When you look at me from head to toe, you know I am a Biafran, you know I am agitating, you know I am not happy, you know I'm fighting. As a freedom fighter, you don't have time to look at the way he dressed. He dressed in suits and wearing chains and other stuff. The only thing I wear is my watch and my ring, which is a must for me because I'm married. I'm not wearing it to show you or to portray how fashionable I can be or something like that. It's not important. We are not here for fashion. We are not here to tell you to display the how wealthy or how fashionable or how clean we can be, because as a freedom fighter, what is after you is greater than that which you think. You see, a freedom fighter does not have time for those things. So those men in the bush who does not even have any means of changing their clothes, they live in the bush, so they are not also qualified to tell you to do the right thing. Is that what you're saying? Yes, is that what I'm saying? The reason why the police, the military, the forces, the reason why they have uniform, it's not because they don't have money to go and buy the most expensive clothes to wear, because they must be identified. When you look at them, when you see them, you say, yes, this is a policeman. Oh, this is a military man. Oh, this is this is that. Because they are force. They are military. They are in force. They are not just here for a joke. What they are doing, they mean business. So you coming to tell people, you before you address me or before you tell me what to do, you must have to go and wear the most expensive clothes. A freedom fighter is supposed to even look tattered because he is angry. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have time for things until he gets there. Nothing interests him. Let's continue listening to him.
That's how to do it. Now, because the leadership of IPOB, I don't know how they do it. I don't know. Even the head of media warrior, and the deputy of media, they are doing the same thing, giving people multiple chances to change. Multiple chance upon chance. Even when you are insulting them, disrespecting them, telling them before their own friends that they are nobody, they are still making sure they will bring you in. How they do it, I don't know. I wish I would have that patience. I wish I will be so relaxed like them, because they don't move. Even when I'm complaining, they don't listen. They will keep on giving chance upon chance. But by the end of the day, when they now descend on the person, you will see the idiot. You will come online and start ranting. Oh, they hate me because they love Ikenga. Ikenga, no, this is not Ikenga. It is the grace in me. The grace in me will disgrace anybody who wants to fight me. It's just a fact. Take it or leave it. We'll take it anyway. Say anything you like. We'll discuss it with anybody. By the end of the day, the grace in me will disgrace you. If you think you will go, if you step on my toe, you will fall. If you come against me, yourself will come against you. If you point one finger on me, then the rest of your fingers will point at you. So I've said it out without number, and I still maintain my ground. We are doing non-violent struggle.
Struggle. Now, please, Biafrans, lovers of freedom, if you are listening to me, if Facebook allows you to listen to me, if Facebook is not allowing you, you can go to YouTube, We are live also in our YouTube page, Onyebuchi or Onyebuchi. We're also live in our Twitter account. That is IPOB Western Cape. You see us there live. We're also live in all other platforms. So if you are listening to me this morning, or you are going to listen to me later after this program, I want you to pay attention from here. If you have not been paying attention, the video is about to end, and this is where the main things are. I want you to listen, pay attention. He started with, you can't say you are fighting for non-violence. Now, I want you to listen by yourself. I don't have to explain anything to you.
I'm also no, it's not. That's not what I signed for, and that's not what the struggle stands for. It's only few idiots who will come online. You will see them threatening people. That's old faction of freedom fight. You come online, you tell people, if you don't do this, I will do this. You will be given order. You don't do that. You don't do that. You convince your people to agree with you. That's my stand. Any day what we do turn to violence, I'll stop. I don't want to get involved in things like I have future. I want to become somebody in our country one day.
Now, did you hear that? Did you? Or should I go back? Okay, let me take it back.
Your fingers will point at you. So I've said it out without number, and I still maintain my ground. We are doing non-violent struggle. Struggle. I'm also woman. No, it's not. That's not what I signed for, and that's not what the struggle stands for. It's only few idiots who will come online. You will see them threatening people. That's old faction of freedom fight. You come online, you tell people, if you don't do this, I will do this. You will be.
Do you know why he said it's old-fashioned? Because in the past, he was doing the thing. You listened to him when he said he is consistent. I want you to remember the words he used, consistent. Now, he said it is old-fashioned to say, go after somebody. Because in his platform, if he has not deleted it, he made series of programs where he was busy calling for the head of other people. But today, he has repented, so to say. He has repented, and he said, I am consistent. Now, let us hear where he is going, because he's going somewhere. He is going somewhere. And we are here to listen to him and share in his pain, because he is pained, and we understand. Because when you do something, or when you dabble into something that is bigger than you, you don't understand. This is the result.
Giving order, you don't do that. You don't do that. You convince your people to agree with you. That's my stand. Any day what we do turn to violence, I'll stop. I don't want to.
Which are your people? You must get. Don't let this play. Mostly this guy. You know, he is dumb. He's not clever. He's not smart. He is when he's trying to cover things. He is the one by himself uncovering it at the same time. When you hear him say his people, he's talking about Nigerians. Nigerian as a state. When you hear you say you can't go after people, you can't say you are fighting, you're going after people. He's talking about the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, which in his program before, you hear where he came online to lament and condemn the attack on Nigerian security formations in those guys in military and police uniform. So when he's talk about this, do not be confused. He was talking about the Nigerian state. That you need to convince the Nigerian state. You need to convince them to do what you want them to do, to give you freedom. You need to beg, crawl, allow yourselves to be killed until they are tired of killing you, if ever they will get tired. He is telling you that when they are coming to kill you, you don't have to kill them back. Just allow them to kill you while your spirit is busy agitating somewhere else until Nigeria is willing to give you freedom. So when you hear him talk about going to kill your people, he's not talking about Biafrans, because no Biafran is killing. Biafrans are not killing each other. Rather, Biafrans are defending themselves against the impunity, the bloodthirsty, vampirous Nigerian government and military and police. These are the people that the IPOBs are busy defending themselves. And we are not after them. Rather, they are coming after us. And the law of nature says you can't defend yourself. It is not crime to defend yourself. So do not get it confused. He's not talking about Biafrans because it's not recorded anywhere. Even after all their propagandas trying to make it seem like Biafrans are going after each other and so on and so forth, it does not fly. We know those who are killing us. We know those who are coming after us. And we know those we are fighting against. So these are the people he is referring to, not Biafrans. Get that, and we continue.
Get involved in things like I have future. I want to become somebody in our country one day.
I have future. And I want to become somebody, something in our country tomorrow. Where is he talking about Biafra? No, don't. Are you a stupid person? Are you a stupid person? Can he be talking about Biafra when he is supposedly fighting for Biafra and after doing everything to get Biafra, and the same Biafra will be his downfall? No. He's talking about his country. I am talking to you dumbs, you dumans, you imbeciles, you idiots. All of you that will be making constituting nuisance here and there, attacking us, we that are genuine, we that are fighting for you, we that are doing what staking our lives, we that are indeed doing what is needful for you, and you go about to turn around to attack us, leaving the agent of the Zoological Republic. He said it here that he is happy, he's for his country. He said, let me take it back a bit.
I want to become somebody in our country one day.
I want to become somebody in our country someday. Which country? Nigeria. That means he does not even have conviction. He does not even have hope that Biafra is coming. But he portrays himself telling you that he is an IPOB member, that he is the most powerful IPOB media warrior, that he is the favorable of the DOA, that he is the DOA gives him VIP treatment. But he is here telling you that he had a plan, a future in his country, in Nigeria, not in Biafra. Let's continue.
I have future. In fact, I have political ambition. That's just a fact. I don't want anything that will spoil my future. I don't want to say things, even the ones we have said in the past. I have sincerely apologized, and I regret saying some of the things.
Did you hear that again? This guy has a political ambition in the Zoological Republic. He has a political ambition in the Zoological Republic. This guy is telling you that he cannot allow you, because he is fighting for Biafra, to spoil his chances of being accepted into Nigerian political system. This is the same guy that is working with DOS. This is the same guy that DOS is giving a VIP treatment. He is telling you here that he has ambition, political ambition, and he's not going to stand anybody that will destroy that ambition for him. And some of the people in this struggle who identified as IPOB are still following him, calling him Odogudim Akebudike. You are still seeing DOS as part of those fighting for freedom. The same thing that he believes, the same thing he said here, is the same thing Chinas and Woru had in mind. Chinas and Woru had in mind, Chitonis Rumike had in mind, and Osnabaim and Zago, all of them believe that Nigeria, they still have chances in Nigeria. All of them believe they have political ambition. That is why they could not do anything since our leader was kidnapped. They are doing restitution. This guy told you that he regretted the ones he did in the past, and he has apologized for it. He said it here. Didn't you hear him? Didn't you? He regretted calling Nigeria zoo. He regretted calling Nigeria a murderous country. He regretted calling Nigeria a terrorist country. He regretted everything he said against Nigeria. Today, he is in the Zoological Republic being guarded by armed men in the same Nigeria, and you will come out here to tell Frank Mazoebuchi that this guy is fighting for freedom. Are you nuts? Is anything wrong with you? If you have brain tumor, go to hospital and get it removed. Don't come here and mess things up for us. We are risking our lives on a daily basis, staking our faces on the social media. You think it's easy? And when we talk, instead of you to listen, you are listening to non-entities, people that agents of the Zoological Republic. Real hardcore agents. You are listening to them. Let me take it back a bit.
Threatening people. That's old faction of freedom fight. You come online, you tell people, if you don't do this, I will do this. You will be given order. You don't do that. You don't do that. You convince your people to agree with you. That's my stand. Any day what we do turn to violence, I'll stop. I don't want to get involved in things like I have future. I want to become something.
Listen, any day what we do turns to violence, I will stop. Meaning that if eventually this struggle turns to war, he's not going to fight in the side of Biafrans. Just like Azikiwe did. Just like Ifajuna did. When I start my prayer, I play where Mazan Kanu is talking about Ifajuna, the spirit of Ifajuna, and all these guys are still in some of you. Some of you do not understand. This guy is telling you beforehand that whatever you are doing, don't let this thing go into enter violence. So because I'm not going to fight on your side, I'm going to fight on the side of my country, which is Nigeria. But he is here telling you that he is fighting for Biafra. telling you that the Biafra I'm fighting for is the Biafra that will be given to me in a platter of gold, which he knew. He knew that it is not possible. It's not going to be possible. Freedom is never given. It is taken. When you talk about freedom, you talk about violence, you talk about death, you talk about all manner of hardship, because he who is holding you is not willing to let you go easily. It's like when you entered into a trap where lions charges after you and they come on you and you say, no, I don't want, just leave me alone. Instead of you to struggle, fight for your life, if you have anything, you use it. That means you're not free. You want to die. You're giving yourself up for death. Why are you coming out to identify a freedom fighter when you're not even ready to pay the price, when you're not even ready to fight, when you're not even ready to do that which is necessary, when you're not ready to go to jail, when you're not ready to be killed, when you're ready to be in exile? If you want to live a celebrity life, you want to live a stylish life, don't involve yourself in freedom fighting. There are other things you can do on social media that will attract those life to you without messing things up for those who are seriously fighting for their life and the future of their children. He had made it very, very obvious to you. I pity those men. You know, in this, if you go to his page, Ikenguru, go there, then you will play this video, and you will look at it, and you see the comment. Look at this comment. Focus on the comment section, and you look at the people who are what the people are commenting. They are hailing him. They are telling him, you are right, you are, yeah, go on, go on, go on. That is to tell you the level of decay these guys has brought in. Some of those in freedom fight thought that they are still fighting for, they don't even know that they are no more fighting for freedom. They thought they are still fighting for freedom when they are no more fighting for freedom because of these men. They are here to show love. I show you love. Any day, my stopped saying what I'm saying. Do not follow me anymore. Do not identify with me anymore. Any day I'm tired, God forbid, Chukwu Okiabiama will not even allow that. But any day I said I'm done, I will give up this channel to IPOB Western Cape, because it's not my channel. They are the one who sponsor me. They are the one who pay the bills. This channel, they are the one who pay. I'm not the one who pay. So any day I'm done, I give it up, and everything I give it back to them, and I go and stay. But I will not be here talking nonsense, convincing, deceiving people. Let's continue.
In our country one day, I have future. I have political ambition. That's just a fact. I don't want anything that will spoil my future. I don't want to say things, even the ones we have said in the past. I have sincerely apologized, and I regret saying some of the things. So, I will not join you to be saying some certain things. You will come online, you will be threatening people who disagree with you, because this person don't want to agree with you, or maybe he's not buying your faith.
Imagine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Imagine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu coming out tomorrow to say to Biafrans, I'm done, and I regret, and I sincerely apologize to Nigeria for everything I have said in the past. Imagine. Will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be allowed to walk in the land of Biafra ever again? use your teeth, count your tongue. I mean, use your tongue, count your teeth. Imagine Mazan can out tomorrow to say, I am no more interested. I apologized, and I regret everything that I have said about Nigeria in the past. Ask him, ask this man. All these men in the ESN camp then, whom you were urging, whom you were praising, whom you were calling, whom you even helped to join ESN, and today they are dead. They are no more alive today. What are you going to say to them? Are you also apologizing to them? Are you going to apologize to those ones too? Those ones that your words led to their death today. Are you going to apologize to them also? Are you going to bring back their lives? Remember, he talks about how consistency he could be. In this video, he said, before this video goes to the point, he was talking about how consistent he is. Ask me, what is consistent about this man? What is consistent? He brought the people of Biafra on the streets under the rain, and he gave them buckets and buckets of salt. And now he brought rain upon them and ran away. These are the men, one of the people that DOS uses to shield themselves. These are the men that DOS are so proud of. One of them. This man is a very, 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 very powerful weapon in the hands of DOS. And you are here telling me that those men already Biafra still fighting. Do not be confused about what they say. Show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Because birds of the same feathers flock together. What is DOS doing with this man if they have different opinion with him? What is DOS doing with him? What do they stand to get? They are in the same shoe, in the same camp, and in this they have the same opinion. Whatever he's saying here represents Chinas Anworu, Chike Doziem, Tony Zurumike, Austin Abanyim, and Isaiah Oba. Whatever you hear him said represent these 5 terrorist cabals in IPOB who are busy killing our people. They are busy killing our people. They will deceive them to believe that they are still fighting for freedom. Our people will come to them. The next thing is they wipe them off because they are in a mission to deliver our youths, young men, to Nigerian state for total, complete elimination. But do I blame them? No. I blame those men who refuse to see beyond their nose. You should be able to see who is fighting for you. You cannot go and out of ignorance and you fail. Want me to cry with you? Never. You fail for your foolishness. Someone, they kidnapped their leader. They are doing absolutely nothing. The only thing they do, they capitalize on, is to destroy that which their leader put in place. That's the only thing they do. And you, as a human being who refuses to use your brain, is here dying for them. And you think that when you die, like the Muslim will say, you are going to inherit 72 virgins in heaven. You think your death means anything? Your death means nothing. Let me finish this thing and go to the next one.
You will not threaten that person. Please, a whole lot of people, like I said, you used to know them as IPOB members. They are no longer with Haborose, Island, and Beko. Far put online as CJ won the money. And then I said, I appear what people as. And then these are a bunch of idiots who come online to talk rubbish. And when you ask them, they think they know. You I'll be online but you want to put things in order, but you can't even put yourself in order. So you must remain peaceful at all time. Peaceful. Anybody put us again. Now the only way to get what you want to be the window madass. Only put us in no agent kidnap on the man. He'll make people at why you wash. Where anybody got to you. The only thing you may by the end of the day. You might succeed in killing some. You war some people. Man, I don't want to wait. I give the one. Do you understand me? So, remain peaceful. If that's you believe, or when you believe, no, if I know what you have the right, it is your fundamental right to believe in anything that is not against the law. Anything that is not against the law, it is your right. But you must do it in a peaceful way. If you must agitate, you must agitate in a peaceful way. Overall, when you are doing an agitation, you are using your agitation to destroy people's thing. If I know if I forget about the guy be online to call, to talk rubbish or to write rubbish. I know.
Now, this is the you heard his advice. You must remain peaceful. And you ask him, hasn't IPOB been peaceful all these years? Hasn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu been peaceful all these years? And what is the offense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that's made Nigerian government to went after him and kidnap him? Was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu violent? IPOB has never been violent. IPOB is agitating peacefully, and they continue to maintain that. But what we are saying is that you cannot come to kill me, and I will allow you to kill me. IPOB have never given order for anybody to be killed. If you know anywhere that IPOB gave such order, you come out and say it. And no freedom fighter has given order for any civilian to be killed. Anything that we are doing in IPOB is lawful, it's not against the law. Self-determination is not law, it's not against the law. But the question that Chibuze Ugwuatu fails to answer, the question he fails to answer is, what has Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that made him to be kidnapped, even there were an attempt in his life? If you remember, the other time, okay, let me play, after this, let me even, I will show you, I will go to that one. It's a different thing. But let me tell you something. Do you know that as a freedom fighter fighting in a terrorist country as Nigeria, if you know that IPOB is proscribed, though illegally, in Nigeria as a terrorist organization. You know that as a member of IPOB, you stand a very dangerous, you stand in a very dangerous place, agitating for Biafra. And when you make yourself known, your risk is higher because now everybody knows you. Remember that in IPOB, those real IPOB in Nigeria are hiding because they were being kidnapped on a daily basis. Nigerian government is going after them not because they killed anybody, not because they did anything, just that they identified as IPOB members. And because of that, so many of them today, thousands of them today, are languishing in all these jails scattered in the Zoological Republic. Now, as an IPOB member or a media warrior you are, who has said one or two against Nigeria to the hearing of the people. If you remember, one of the crimes that Nigeria said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed was the crime of talking down on Nigeria and destroying the image of Nigeria in the faces of the world. It was one of the things they have against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, you as a media warrior, you are doing the same job and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that got him into the mess, into the place where he is today. That means that which awaits Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also awaits you, because both of you are doing the same job of trying to tarnish the image of Nigeria, trying to destroy the image of Nigeria, trying to portray Nigeria for whom they are, trying to expose Nigeria, that which Nigeria is covering, that which Nigeria doesn't want the world to see or know about them. You are bringing it to that very presence of the world for them to know. That puts you in a very negative stance with the Zoological Republic, and they are sorting after you. Now, if you must go to Nigeria, would you announce your presence? The answer is no. I know people whom, since they joined the struggle, they have not set their foot in Nigeria. Some of them died already here. I know some people in this struggle, they lost their parents, both their parents. They never visited home. You were there when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's parents died. Was he there? The answer is no. Do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't have the money to buy tickets and visit, to go and witness the burial of his mother and his father? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu understands the danger of visiting Nigeria. Now, if you say you are a freedom fighter, you are fighting for Biafra in truth, in spirit and in truth, and you want to visit Nigeria, would you announce it? You will never announce it. If you are watching the program, you have not shared the program, you share it, you comment. I am asking questions. I expect those who are watching to share the program. We are live on our Twitter. We are live on our YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. You can, and we have people watching from all these platforms. So if you are watching us and we ask questions like this, you can at least tell us what you think. If you can boldly announce it to the world that you are visiting Nigeria, and what do you think will happen to you? What do you think will happen to you as an IPOB media warrior, an IPOB known person? What do you think will happen to you if you visit Nigeria by announcing it and even hiring some security men with arms to go to shield you, to protect you from any unknown danger, something like that. You will not. But listen to me. I want to show you something. This man, Chibuze Guatun, lost his mother. And he went home. That he went home is not a problem, but the manner in which he went home in a grand style. He went home triumphantly like one who went for war, coming back with the heads of the enemies. Now, not only that, he had men with guns, with arms, sophisticated arms, shielding him. I don't like saying something out of context. I don't know if it is security, police and army, or if they are Ebubago, or if they are if they are the vigilante. I don't know who they are, but what I know is that he was seen in the midst of arms, men with arms protecting him. Why the whole people, or all the people in his surroundings were clustering everywhere. It is in social media. He was doing it live. While he was visiting Nigeria or visiting his village, he was running a live program. That means his presence was not hidden. His presence was known, seen by all, both Nigerian military, both Nigerian police, both by Tinubu, both by all the men that were busy going to the villages, kidnapping our mothers and our young men for identifying themselves with IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But here is one of those purportedly Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's media warriors. Listen and watch. I don't know if you have seen this. Can you see the men with weapons? That is this is Chibuze Guatu coming out. Look around him. You can see the men. You can see them. You see the arms, men carrying arms. You can see AK-47. You can see him walking majestically. Can you see? That is happening in Nigeria. These are men with arms protecting Chibuze Guatu. This is it. This is it. And this is happening in Nigeria. He was one who streamed it. He was busy streaming it live. The world were watching him live, coming back to his village. You can see how he is receiving hugs, people welcoming him, and everywhere was a God. Can see. That is it. That is it. That is Chibuze Guatu. Can you do that? Can Mazi Ebuchi do that? Can Mazi Innocent Alia do that? Can anybody that is fighting for freedom boldly do this? The answer is no. You can't. You can't. That is Chibuze Guatu right in the village. In Nnewi. He announced it to Nigeria. You can see him taking pictures. You can see people clustering around him. That is what we are talking about. That is what we are talking about, fellow Biafrans. Could you say that he is fighting? Could you say that he is fighting against you? Could you say that he is fighting to free his people? Could Mazen Ekanu do this? Could I, Mazen Ebuchi, do this? The answer is no. Where are the Nigerian military police? Where are the Bubago? Where are those that are going after IPOB members to kidnap, to kill, and to destroy them? Why is Chibuze Egwuatu, aka Ikenguragu's case, be different? Is there anything that we are not being told? Is there anything that we don't know? Is it that Ifeanyi Uba has used this man to destroy IPOB? You can hear his voice. You can see the men in arms. You can see it. Here he is in the grave of his mother. You hear him? He is more important to us than federal government. You hear him? Did you hear him? That is Chibuze Egwuatu in the grave of his mother. I'm going to end it there. If up till this moment you have not known the truth, I regret being identified with you as a human being. If you at this point still sees Chibuze Egwuatu, Chibunasa Nworu, aka Agone Chemba Nde Nzama, what is his name? Chike Doziem, Ntoni Nzurumike, and Isaiah Oba Anthony Abani. If you have not come to see that these men are not fighting for your freedom, then I am so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for you. You will waste your data going to the platform of this man, Chibuze Egwuatu. Oh, let me go and listen to him. He is playing, he is propagating, he's talking about IPOB and Biafra and the freedom of his people. He has made it clear to you that he has political ambition. He has told you that he cannot destroy his chances in his country because of this thing you are doing. He called IPOB, he called Biafra on this thing you are doing. I want you to open your eyes. Remove emotion. As a freedom fighter, you are not supposed to be emotional. You're supposed to attach emotion to it. That is what gives you the right to see when you are not emotional. You are watching Mazen Ebuchi today. Do not attach emotion to it. I'm not asking you to love me. Don't. When you love me, you will misjudge. But love what I'm doing. Love what I am, the job I'm doing. Love it. So that any day I stop doing this job, you will be able to know. If you love me and you care less about the work that I do, that means your emotions has gotten the better side of you and you can never get it right. Even when I sell the struggle, even when I started to say something else, you never see it. That is what is obtainable today in IPOB as a family. That is why when Chibuze Egwuatu is live, you still see men and women watching and giving him all manner of accolades. Be wise. What we are doing is deeper than what you can see. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in dungeon today because of this Biafran agitation. He's not there for the crime that he committed. So do not play with his life. Do not play with his sacrifices. Identify with those that are still serious in this struggle and support them. Go away from those men who have lost the taste. If salt loses its taste, what use is it? It is useless. So in this struggle for the restoration of Biafra, we must be consistent. We must be resolute. We must rid ourselves of all manner of emotions as freedom fighters we are, or we call ourselves. I am going to end the program here because I'll be coming back again this evening to talk about something that we need to talk about. I am going to be coming back this evening, maybe by special grace of Chukwu Okeabiama, around 8, by 8 p.m. I mean, by 7 p.m. Biafran time, I will be here again. Or by 6 p.m. Biafran time, I will be here. I will make it, I will publish the time when I've decided. But I just want you to have one thing in mind. If you fail to restore Biafra, we are the most miserable of all men. I thank you for joining me this morning, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I say, may Chukwu Okeabiama Premihenine continue to keep and bless you for devoting your time this early morning to listen to me. Oh, it's the afternoon already. Here it's 12. I thank you, lovers of freedom. And if you have not shared the program, please share this program. If you can see the program we treated here this morning, it is worth listening to. People has to listen to it. The program we had this morning is not only for your ears, it's for the ears of everybody. Because by that, people who does not know the antics, the plans of the enemies will be able to know it. That is why we are here. That is why IPOB Western Cape Media is here. So you will do us good by sharing our program, liking it, not only on Facebook, you can share it in all the platforms where you belong. Share it in all the platforms, not only in Facebook. Share it everywhere. People need to know, people need to see, people need to listen, to know the agents, the real enemies of Biafra. They need to know, because some of them don't know. Some of their brains are so damaged that they don't know. So you have to bring these things to their notice. By so doing, they may think, they may have rethink. I thank you once again. From me, from here, it is good afternoon.